You guys had a good run, but it's all getting ready to come to an end.
Only thing coming to an end is your season, few short games from now.
Nah. This here is the playoffs. Crowd's a little louder, stakes a little higher, and the losses is a little harder to swallow. Get ready because you about to swallow that first loss tonight.
Hey, that's the funniest thing I heard all day. You guys had a good run, but it's time for some new stars to shine. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Mr. DDG94 here with another NBA 2K MyCareer gameplay, and today we're taking on the Indiana Pacers, and I fucked up. I am going to record this series fully. I fucked up. I did not record the first quarter for some odd reason. I was multitasking. I was uploading and editing at the same time while recording, so I was multitasking and I forgot to record. So I'm just gonna give y'all the rest of this fourth quarter blowout right here. But anyways, though, you know we're not here to talk about the game. The game is not important. You know, you see the score. You know we're gonna win. There's nothing to talk about here. So yeah, little bit of information today about the controller scheme. Yes, the controls, they are really different and weird, and I hope they have an option where we can just bring it back to the 2K15 controls, because I will definitely be sticking with those. I do not care. I like the 2K15 controls a little better, because I have to admit, this year the control scheme for this year was very simple, very good. I like simple, I like easy, and yeah, so the new controls for 2K15, for 2K16, I'm just gonna point out some of the new ones. Post up. Now, post up used to be triangle. Now it's L2 or left trigger if you're on the Xbox. To call a play or do a pick, for some odd reason, has turned into L2 as well. It turned into L2 or the left bumper. So I guess that means that L1, I think they meant L1. That's probably a typo. It's probably L1. I don't know, because how does left 2 and right and left bumper equal? Okay, that was probably a typo, so it's probably L1. Now B will be used to do bounce passes, and B or circle will be used to do flashy passes and bounce passes. So I guess they're getting, so that's why the pick when you set a pick is going to go to the L1. I think that's a typo. I think that's L1 and left bumper. Can't be L2 and then left bumper. That doesn't make sense, considering the fact that the post up is already, you know, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's a typo. To shoot, well, shooting is going to stay the same, but lob passing and alley-oops are really weird. You tap triangle to do a lob pass, and you double tap triangle to do an alley-oop. That's weird. So the control scheme is pretty out of whack right now. I don't know. I don't understand it, and I'm hoping that we can go back to the 2K15 control scheme, because like I said, the 2K15 control scheme is very simple, not complex. This was the first year their control scheme was actually easy enough to get down. So yeah.
These defenders look overmatched right
And
now,
that's
especially inside. Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range. So
and that's really, you know, then that's pretty much really all there is to talk about here. It's just some of these control schemes are pretty weird.
3 of them have been 3-pointers. And it's not just great offense, Clark.
I'm looking through all of them right now. I'm just confused as to why they would change a lot of these things. Let's go to the defensive side. Let's see what defense has. Let's see if they change anything to defense. Okay, so left stick is to move. Right stick is to quick step, hands up, and contest. Okay. L2 intense defense, R2 sprint, I guess L1 that there's still this is still a typo right here. It says L2 in left bumper, but it's supposed to be L1 in left bumper. So, or for defensive strategies, you tap L1 or left bumper, or you can hold it down to double team. So L1 will be for defensive strategies and also double teaming as well. Then there's fast shuffle. I don't know what this is. I guess they're finally going to give us the ability to shuffle our feet on defense, so that way we can keep up with our damn opponents. Finally, thank God. Fast shuffle, hold L2 or left trigger or R2 and right trigger and move the left stick in any direction. So this will give us the ability. So they're bringing back, so pretty much they're bringing back us, you know, switching our stance on defense, so that way we can keep up with our opponents. Thank you. That's all I asked for. Thank you. My God, that was, man, I wanted to slap shit out of somebody for cutting that off of 2K15, because that made it so impossible. I'm really getting tired of playing Park right now because of the fact that people just zigzag every day, all day, and they know you can't keep up with them. Like, I'm gonna start cheesing my damn self. You're gonna be seeing some Park videos. I'm gonna start cheesing. I'm gonna start doing crossover 10, all that stuff. But yeah, man, everything else is pretty different except for shot contest, pass contest. Says for shot contest, it says press the right stick towards the shooter, and then to pass contest, press the right stick away from the dribbler, so you can contest passes. Does this mean we finally get to intercept them without the ball magically going over our heads, or us going for the pass but then we too slow to react? Come on, 2K, I need that gameplay though. I really do. I really need that gameplay though. You can't. The control scheme is weird. I think I'm gonna stick with 2K15's control scheme if they give us the option to use that one, because I don't like 2K16's control scheme at this point in time. I might eventually try to get used to it when I feel like it, but as of right now, I don't want to touch it. So yeah.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat, no contest. Yeah, I like that. Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and
so yeah, that's
monstrous performance for the franchise.
It seems like intentional. Why don't you know what I really hate though? I hate that when you try to intentionally foul, you have to, they're pretty much saying you can repeatedly press the square button or X on the Xbox, or you can hold down X and foul. But why not make the touchpad intentional foul? What does the touchpad really use for in 2K in NBA 2K? Nothing. So why not make it like you touch it once, you get a timeout, or you hold it down and you get an intentional foul? That'll make perfect sense. Use of the touchpad. That's like the extra button that you can use. 2K, come on, use the touchpad. I know for Xbox it'll be a little different for y'all, considering the fact that y'all don't have a touchpad, but I'm on the PlayStation 4, so it's a little different. So that's just how I feel. I feel like the touchpad should be for timeouts and intentional fouls. I don't like spamming the square button. I like one button that does a specific task for me. But yeah, that's really, I'm looking through them all. There's really not that many big changes. Some of them, a lot of them are the same, but it's just a passing scheme and a lot of other things I just can't get with. So I'm gonna have to stick with the 2K15 control scheme going in 2K16 next year. This has been pretty much the most informal news we got in this week for 2K, considering the fact that these live streams absolutely have nothing to offer. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the game, man. We take care of Paul George and Indiana Pacers in game 1. Game 2, I guarantee you, we will have a first and a fourth quarter. So yeah, until then, peace out.